Alright, so this is going to be a little intro on dual wielding. So you do have to go here, which we've already been to if you look at my guide, but this is part 3-ish. This is where you're going to be running into the Minotaur Guard and whatnot. I'm currently in chapter 4, so you can come back here later. And you can talk to this man. This is where you learn dual wielding. There is a bug for whatever reason when you learn bonus critical in the chapter 4 in the castle, in the little ice castle area. For whatever reason, he filters through. It's kind of weird. This is where you learn dual wielding specifically. So we're going to hit not today right now. So if we go to character and we go here, oops, we go to text, this lets you put a second weapon down instead of shoulder gloves. Now, the keyword is instead. So if you want to be like, well, maybe I want a weapon or a shield, if you have dual wielding, it makes that choice for you. It has to be a weapon. So there is a downside to dual wielding, but there's no downside to like bonus critical or bonus healing. They're both 0. They technically take up a slot. You can't use them in combat. They're just a passive. And they have 0 just so that it's not null. So you can equip 2 staves, and they stack. At least in the character sheet, they stack and the numbers grow. You can see the numbers change based on what I'm equipping. So you can do that. But if you don't have it, like on this guy, he can still have his gloves, shield, or whatever he wants. You know, I can still equip something like this. So this is where you get it. That's the guide. It's not very expensive from what I recall. So we taught him. It'll automatically unequip this, and this goes here. So you won't be able to do that. I recommend it's not super great, unlike lawn, because you'll end up getting this, which I believe takes up, yeah, it takes up 2 hands. And this sword, good stats, good to hit ratio, and does extra damage to the final boss. The reason why I was using agility is because this gives me agility, so it doesn't weigh anything. So on him, not super great. It's not like terrible on the other guy, so you can just kind of tank stuff out, whether you have Arc or Xanthus. Either is fine. The extra defense just for a bulky guy in case you get some weird AoE thing or a weird stun lock isn't the worst for the little damage, but you don't necessarily need to have it in all of them. It's a judgment call, in my opinion. She's already going to have it, and I just recommend always having it in her party. For the mages you're running, whether it's both or just one, the magic's so high, you're already going to be overhealing, even if you've put some stats into HP. And that's not going to help. And for damage, it's good for bosses. Standard fights, it's not that important. You're already taking 0 damage from most, if not all, magic attacks. So there's no defensive reason to have it. And your defense is already so low on your mages because you don't have any defense bonuses because they're basically glass cannons. There's an argument to be had that it's just nice for the boss damage. Even though most of your damage is going to be coming from Toxify. So I haven't really settled onto where I want to do with them.
They might just be better dodge tanks with like the mithril shield, because you're getting like 20 evade. Uh, and like status effects is what's going to kill the boss, plus your dual wielding crits. So I don't think you necessarily need it. It's fun to play around with and think about. If you have any ideas, leave so in the comments section, and I'll take a look at it in case I missed something. But that's kind of my like guide slash thoughts on dual wielding on the different characters. Take care and have a nice day.